Okay, Langers and Tubbs. Langers and Tubbs is back. 3rd edition. Has anybody seen him? Where is Langers? Rumour has it he's going to be playing this weekend. I think he's got a bit of a bug. Or is it a bug? Or is he a little bit nervous? It's his comeback. He's due in on Sunday. So we're going to have to replace him. Langers is a bit crook tonight and can't join us, but we've got a great replacement. Super senior. Can we bring in Keith Senior, who's, well, he says he's a legend.
Let's have a big round of applause, people.
Yes, he's here. The ball truth. And Keith, what's happened to Langers, mate?
Oh, trained the house down yesterday, and I think that's what it is. You said you're going to give him a little bit of game time at the weekend, and I think he started twitching. The runs have come.
Oh my word, not the runs.
The runs.
Do you think he'll make it? Do you think he'll be here? Do you think he's balled it?
That's what we're thinking now, aren't we? He's gone AWOL. He's disappeared. Nowhere to be seen.
Hey, the grapefruits are juiced out. Hey Keith, just a quick chat, you know, we're taking over. Langers has gone, you're here. Great to see you here, enjoying yourself, having fun. Listen, there's a few stories going around the bus. You know, a couple of weeks ago we came back from Whitehaven after a great victory. And I don't know if we spoke about this, but the rumour has it that Keith Senior had a Burger King. Is this true?
I'd just spent a full night in Whitehaven with you. So I was a little bit depressed. It was a tough game. It was a cheat day as well. So, you know, every now and again you've got to go off the reins. So I needed comfort food.
So you did? Is that what you're saying? You admitted it, you did?
I admit it.
You've heard it first. Keith Senior, the body, the god of rugby league, has had a Burger King. That's a disgrace. But what's this going on? I find out we play Workington, we have another great result, and on the way back, something about Wardy's low-fat meal for the boys on the bus on the way. Were you the instigator of that as well?
I wasn't, no, but it saved me some money, so I didn't have to buy a Burger King, so I was happy about that.
What was it? What
was pizza. Is it? Pizza.
And
after the game, though, the lads, they can get some high carbs into them, they can get some junk into them, you know, so it's a nice little treat, and it put a smile on the face. And especially because you were buying.
That's a rumour that's had it, that's the rumour. Hey, and the bloke up there gave us a real good deal, I believe. And how many pizzas were there? What were on the pizzas?
There were some spicy pizzas. You didn't appreciate the jalapenos, however you pronounce them.
I felt them on the Monday morning as well, pal, don't worry about that. They were a bit of a, you know.
We had to get a vegetarian pizza as well for Benzie.
Oh, did we?
Which is a bit of a surprise.
Mate, what about, did we clean the bus up after? With the you know, because, you know.
That's your job.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
You do everything else, so you might as well clean the bus up.
Well, now you mentioned that, that's true, you know. A couple of questions for you here, Keith. Who's the toughest player you've ever played against?
Oof, it's quite.
Can you remember that long ago?
It is a while ago.
Being the ball truth, you can read it.
It is a while ago, but I used to dislike playing against Jason Robinson. I don't mind the big guys. I used to put Viaga Twigamara used to be a great guy to play against. He used to compliment if you did anything good, which were great. But Jason Robinson was just a menace, just so fast off the mark, and he was difficult to get hold of.
Not Johnny Wilkins, because I know you had a bit of a, you know, there was something going on there, wasn't there, at one stage?
We had a little bit of a kiss and a cuddle.
I thought that, well, that's what it was said on the TV that night. Keith Senior kissed and cuddled him.
Well, I'd just give him a bit of a slap. It was a slap. Oh. You know, one of them games where other players are whinging. It's like being at home with the missus, innit? Mithering you, whinging, moaning and groaning. I'd had it all game and I'd had enough, so I just gave him a little love tap.
Keith Senior love taps.
We made up afterwards, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
we had a firm handshake.
Listen, there's another one here for you, mate. Who was your role model, inspiration in rugby league when you were younger? Go back.
I was rugby union, though, wasn't I?
Well, I can remember. Listen, there's a little story when Keith Senior, hey, we'll get a picture of this, when he had the dreadlocks and all the hair when he first came.
Some good hairstyles.
Where's it all gone? It's all gone, the ball truth. Keith, who was it? Who was that inspiration? Who was your man?
I enjoyed watching David Campese, the Australian winger, many years ago, which it wasn't, you know, like I say, I was rugby union. Then when I came over to league, Jonathan Davis, because he was a convert from rugby union to rugby league, the witness of the great Widnes team when they had Martin Afire and that. So them two were sort of like people that I used to look up to.
So the last few weeks, you know, we've had a few great results. We've gone 4 on the bounce. You happy?
Happier. We're getting there. the thing is though, it's better to have an ugly win than a pretty loss. So you know, we're still getting them wins, we're still putting the hard work in, and we're seeing the fruition of hard work that the boys are putting in, which is great. So you know, we just need to work a little bit on the technical side of thing, and everything will fall into place.
Hey mate, you've got a few questions for me. Keep them short and sharp, please.
Don't you worry, they will be short and sharp. South, has it gone south? What's happened?
Blake on about, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, Blake made a decision that it was time to go home. I think it was a bit of pressure from the missus, as we talk about. We always get that sort of pressure as rugby people. And
Women, they control you, don't
they? Well, they try to. I mean, you've probably got them all under control now, Keith, that you've ever. But no, he's gone home. He's gone back to Australia. He's got a club which is great. You know, he put a lot of hard work in for us for 4 months or so, and it just wasn't to be. And he never quite played the game. But you know, he's gone back with the best wishes from everybody at the club. But and hopefully he's in a good place, and hopefully he gets back to the standard that we know he can achieve.
I can't believe I'm actually asking this, because we know that you don't. Do you dye your hair?
Well, I'm sick of this.
Surprised that you're not bald.
Well, listen, there's a bit of a story when I did the interview after the game the other day, wasn't it, about the bald truth. Keith Senior is the bald truth. Well, I'm going to be the grey truth if we carry on much longer playing like we're playing. You know, it's ugly, but we're winning, I suppose. But no, I don't dye my hair. There's no way I would. I haven't got time. There's a secret with it, though. Listen. When it starts getting a bit longer and a little bit greyer, maybe you need to go see the hairdresser.
This is what I don't understand. Angry's in rugby league, and he's still got a good head of hair.
Keith, you won't understand hair, will you? Obviously.
It's been a while. That's what I don't get with you, though.
I mean, the curtains, when they first came at 17, I remember them now.
You've got the frown and the stress lines around the face.
It's coming, mate. It's coming. You're keeping me fresh. The boys coming in are keeping me fresh, obviously.
Got to keep smiling on your face, and that's what must be giving you a smile. You've got a new best friend.
Well, yeah, and I'm pleased to announce that the bus driver from Gordon's the other day, he had dinner with us. He sat at the table after Paul Clark invited him on to us, and I think people thought there was a bit of animosity and a bit of a trouble between me and the bus driver. It's quite straight.
I can't believe that.
No, I don't like him. No, it's true. I don't like him. I'll say it here. We've had a bit of a fallout. He had to come and have dinner with me. I didn't enjoy the dinner.
You can argue with yourself.
I know, mate, but listen, you know, as Clarky would say, everybody talks behind his back. Well, that's right, because he's the bus driver, isn't he? You know, I don't talk. I talk straight to his eye and I say, I don't like you. And that's how it is, you know. So, yes, he's probably had the last journey with Sheffield Eagles, hopefully, and we'll
sacked him.
Well, I haven't sacked him. I've just asked that if we don't replace him, then we'll change bus companies.
He's got a family. He's got a family. He's got kids.
It's not my problem, mate.
Unbelievable. Your game.
I'm still smiling.
Everything's about your game.
Yes.
Kicking. 100% kicking.
Well, as we saw in the last edition of Langers and Tubbs, there was a few guys out here practicing, weren't there? And
that's a shock in himself.
It was a bit of a shock, because the guy who kicked the goals the other day, I've been practicing. It was Kyle Briggs that came on there, and he slotted one hole from halfway line just on half time, did it to win his game. And it just shows that you don't always have to practice, do you? You know what I mean? It's just stroke of the luck, close your eyes, kick the ball, it's over there, isn't it? That's what I used to do. I guess that's what Briggsy did, but hey, we got it, didn't we? We got 100% goal kicking, so hey, roll on that, because we needed it. We won the game on the back of goal kicks.
We had another trip up to Cumbria, Workington this time. You went missing.
Well,
I know you've got me in dids there, but
listen, I asked you to come with me, didn't I? Listen, there was a thing going on, and it was a great night. Kells Rugby League, Amateur Rugby League Club, very close to our hearts, and Darryl Powell were up there that weekend, and we decided that they'd invite me to do questions and answers in the club, and there were 150 people there, you know, throwing the questions from, you know, refereeing to rugby league, dual registration, a bit of a crack when, you know, Darryl's known as the tightest man in rugby league. Yeah, I know. He's known as the tightest man in rugby league, but we had a great banter, and it was great to see so many people enjoying the night, and we enjoyed it, me and Powley. It didn't go on too late. Obviously, we had a couple of drinks and got home quite early because we got a big game the day after.
I'm actually quite surprised that they invite you to talk, because it's not often that you speak your opinion.
No, and I said a few things that maybe if it came out on Twitter or on Facebook or something, I might get myself in trouble, but that's the norm, isn't it? That is the norm of me getting myself in trouble. But hey, You know, we had a great night.
We've got some questions for some fans. Paul Wilson, where do you see the club in 10 years' time?
His own home, that's the big thing, isn't it? The news, the Olympic Legacy Park, some great, you know, I'm believing there's some great news coming out over the next day or two that there's going to be some more funding put into that. So, you know, we're going to have an home, which we've never had in all his years, you know.
Face, it puts a
great smile on my face because, you know, we want a purpose-built rugby stadium where we can play professional Super League, Rugby League in Sheffield, and, you know, that's where we want to be. We want to be back to Super League. That's the vision of the club, is that we want to be at the highest level we can. Does it matter when you get there? No, as long as when we get there, we stay there. And we've got, you know, we're putting the infrastructures in here now at the club. You know, Keith's come full-time, Dids is there and working hard with us, Nick Ward's full-time and that. So we're getting the backbone of the club right. Off the field, Ken Jones has come in as the CEO, and things are taking nice and great shape, and it leaves us to do what we do best, which is get back into full-time training and things like that. So, you know, the club's aim has got to be, the aspiration has got to be Super League. We want a performance structure from junior Eagles to scholarship to academy, reserves, under 23s, whatever they want to call it, just have it. And that's the pathway that we want to build. And the day that we're successful is the day that we've got loads of kids from South Yorkshire, City region, playing for Sheffield Eagles.
I didn't want you to go through the next full 10 years.
Why not? Why not? You did it in your book, didn't you?
Peter Green retired at the end of the year. Is he still involved with the club in a coaching capacity?
Where is he? And that's another one. We've lost Langers tonight, and I can't find Peter. You know, Peter's working hard, and he retired at the end of the year due to his you know, the work commitments that he got in his job. So he's not been with us. He did come down and he did want to get into coaching, but he's struggling a little bit. I've dropped him emails, I've phoned him, I've texted him, and there's been no response. But Peter's not right good with that sort of, you know, the new, a bit like myself actually when we talk about it, computers and phones. I've got a green button, I've got a red button, that's fine. After that, it doesn't. So I think his fingers might be a little bit fatter than mine, and he might not be able to text me back. But
so he's struggling.
So I mean, hopefully it's still open. The door will always be open for Peter Green. He's been a great ambassador for this club, and he's been a great professional for us. And we want him here to give back to some of these kids as you've seen them walk past. They're the future, and we need good people around them.
Yep, Billy Pete. How does the coaching work with the team? Who does what? Senior, Rangers and you.
Well, I do it all, obviously.
You do it all, and we just sit and drink coffee.
No, it's great, you know, and it's one thing that, you know, it gives me an opportunity. I like to observe, I like to watch. I watch people, I watch body language, and, you know, when you've got people like Keith, and he's doing a fantastic, I've just heard him here, Otom Press, he's had an hour in the company of Menzi Yeri doing a video review. What was that like?
I actually got him to grunt.
But did you understand what he meant with a grunt? That's the question.
No, that's the thing, it was great to, cause obviously I'm not going to want Menzi to play how I play the game, because that's like...
Well, he's younger than you, mate.
He is, yeah. I've got good moisturiser though, so it's deceptive, but it does some good things, and we all know what Menzi can do, so we just need to tweak him a little bit and make him that little bit better. Final question, where are we at with Legacy Park?
Well, I've just spoken that. I mean, there's some great news.
I need a new ruck room.
You need a new ruck room. You want some more wrestle room.
Yeah.
Let me just answer that question that we just went off. The coaching's great now. We've got David Larder, who's been with us a few years. Keith came in last year, and he came in and had a look and felt it and got it. He's into it now, and he's doing 5 or 6 reviews every week with the players. There's Dids doing a couple, and I'm doing a couple. Langers, hey, it's all about playing. When you find Langers, tell him it's all about playing at this moment in time. We're looking for him to get on the field. But he's been great, and we've got a great group of players. We've got a great backroom staff. You put the Nick Ward, you put Brian Moore, you put Clyde, you put Mick, Cat, all the people who've got the biggest, I've got to say this, the biggest, and we'll give you an insight into this sometime, the biggest backroom staff in the world, but they're all doing the job, and it's great. You know, we've gone up to another level here. Keith's come in and given the experience he's got, Diz is working with the forwards, Langers is working with the forwards, I'm working with the halfbacks, and as you can see, it's working. I'm kidding. Hey, so yeah, we've all got us a little bits to do, and you know, it's a good environment. We're enjoying it. Are we getting the best out of the players at this moment? No, we're winning, but you know that's his aim, and we'll get better. But you know, the coaching environment, the backroom team is outstanding. It's just going to grow and get better. So the Olympic Legacy Park, look, it's here. It's going to happen, and I promise you that. Hopefully, they're telling me that we'll be in there by 2016, and next year, April, March, April. Well, listen, as long as we get it, I don't give a monkeys when we're in it, you know. It's just getting it. We've got an home, we've got a base where we can do absolutely everything we want. Keith, there might even be a wrestle room for you.
I want to know who's going to do coaching tonight, because we've been out here 3 hours just listening to you.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
The lads have been and gone.
Talk. Holy smokes. Where they got? Oh, there's a couple of slags. There's a surprise. The two big fellas are last, eh? Go on in. Good night, lads. God bless. You had a good night? Yeah. Thanks for coming. You've been practicing goal kicking? Yes, thousands next, lads. Okay. That's the third edition all over. But join us today, 4 p.m, for some great breaking news. A big signing. Be there.